Friday the 13th by a single number. Yay. And so, hello. Today, I would like to be editing on my Project Gray, but I also kind of want to outline more, but I also, I'm just kind of being indecisive about what I want to do. But I have not actually done like a full read through of Project Gray, the first draft. I just hopped straight into editing, which supposedly is a no-no. So I might take today's stream to just seriously read through the part that I have not edited yet, just do like a straight read and take notes on character development things and plot holes and whatnot that I need to change in the second draft rather than being so focused on the nitty-gritty of editing. So I think that may be what I start out doing, and then we'll see sort of like how caught up in all the line edits that I want to get. But so I think today that is what I am going to be starting to do, but I probably will sort of devolve into editing and whatnot. So yeah, but what are you working on today? Let me know in the chat. Are you editing, drafting, outlining? Are you prepping for Camp Nano for this strange preppoon, I think is what some people are calling it, which is kind of odd, but yeah, we have Preptober, so why not? So let me know what you are working on in the chat, and I am planning on starting out with the usual 15-minute timer. That way we can sort of get our heads set into the story world and just get a little bit of work done without feeling overwhelmed with a huge chunk of time at the beginning. So let me share the screen with the timer. Okay, yes. Alrighty. So I think my goal for the 15 minutes will be to get through maybe the first 2 chapters. Just kind of reading. We'll see. Hello, Hannah. How are you this wonderful Friday? It is lovely to virtually see you. So, yes. So I think I just need to get my notebook and look for things that I need to fix during, other than line edits. So that's what I'm going to be doing, is I'm going to be doing the read through that I failed to do right after I finished drafting. I just went ahead and started editing, which is, probably no, but oh well, I did it. Relative, howdy storyfolk, hello. You're going to be doing some edits, but you're really burning out on it, so you may switch to trying to draft for the graphic novel. Ooh, if you start to get too cranky about editing. I'm on board with that. I like graphic novels. Erica, hello. Hannah also loves a good graphic novel. So yes. Graphic novel. We all vote for the graphic novel relative. So apparently you have our full support for switching your project today. Alrighty. So I'm going to be doing the, I guess, big read through. I don't know what you call the first read. Yeah, and looking for giant plot holes and character development issues, which I already know some of them, but catching more of them, I suppose. Alrighty, so first working sprint, 15 minutes, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okie dokie. That was the first sprint. I got about 9.5 pages read, took some notes, some character notes and little scene things that I wanted to add. Fixed a few sort of things like where I wanted to add magic system clues and things like that. Had a couple of questions about descriptions for a character, like one of the town bullies is a blacksmith's son, but he never works. So he never actually goes to the forge. Instead, he spends his time at the tavern drinking with the guard captain's son and the tailor's son. But when the blacksmith's son grabs the main character, I described him as having soot-covered hands. But if he never works and he never goes to the forge, then why would he have soot-covered hands? So I was just noticing things like that, little inconsistencies, which I guess is why you want to do the read-through in the first place. So yeah. But how did you guys do? How did we do? Let's see. Alley Cat came in. Hello. Sarah came in. Hello. Thank you for coming. Better Days Are Here. Hello. And Sarah says, hello, Better Days Are Here. Hannah says hello as well. Myonna, hello, welcome back. I'm back. Couldn't come since school. Yep. But now you're in summer school. Okay. Well, thanks for joining us when you can. That's what makes it fun. Alrighty. So I feel like 9.5 pages is pretty good. I didn't get through all the way through chapter 2 by any means, but I did at least get chapter 1 finished. Am I almost done with this first scene in chapter 2? I think I might be. Maybe. We'll see. But 9.5 pages of first read through and taking notes and whatnot is pretty good for a 15-minute sprint. So Writative 622. Wow, very nice. Holy cannoli, that was productive. Yes, very much so. Very much so. Hannah got 397 words. Very nice. Hannah says, crikey, that's great, Writative. Yes, very much so. Let's see. Erica, you had an idea for another story that you had to write down. Ooh, new story idea. Shiny new story. And then you got 369 of the story you're actually working on. Hey, even better. Writative says to Hannah, thank you so much. 397 is also a great amount. We are killing it. We are advancing. We are being productive. We are being awesome. I wish I could have a little on-off switch. Be like, productive, not productive, productive. Hannah says, oh yeah, exactly. That is what we want to happen, is that feeling of productivity. Oh boy. Do you guys, when you're in the editing phase, I think part of what I'm feeling is sort of a little bit of demotivation in the editing phase, because I don't really know how to sort of set little goals for myself. Do I go by page count? I edited a page, I edited 2 pages, or do I go paragraphs, or just scenes, chapters? My chapters are sometimes enormous, so that could also feel kind of demoralizing. So I don't know, because when I was drafting, I felt like I was doing good with just the word count goals, but now I have to sort of switch mindsets, I guess, and into a new editing phase goals, like mini goals, and I'm not sure how to go about that. So yeah. So let me know if you have any tips and tricks for sort of switching your mindset to editing mode and how you set little miniature goals for that. I mean, I can tell that when I'm editing, like, my story and my words get better, but like it just seems like such an enormous task because I've printed out the massive tome that it is currently. And so I think I need to sort of figure out how to switch my brain to a different mode. But yeah. Hannah says it's definitely harder to stay motivated and set goals when editing. Yeah, I'm finding that, but I'm just trying to figure out how to sort of go about switching my brain. And I think maybe I should try like page count. Maybe I could do pages. I could also do paragraphs, but then some of my paragraphs are only like a sentence long. So, like because of dialogue. So maybe pages would be better in general. Alley Cat, 40 words and had to go get water. Yes, stay hydrated and do stuff. Yes, stuff is important to do. Debbie, hello, welcome. We are all in the midst of being productive and we are about to start a second sprint. How long do we want the second sprint to go for? Do we want a 20-minute, a 25-minute, a 2020, a 2002, 2552? What kind of funky number do we want? Funky or regular? Your choice. Let me know in the chat. A relative says, I usually count in minutes while editing because as long as you're consistently working on it, it will get done. Oh, that's an interesting. Yeah, so you can sort of just like do time blocks instead. Okay, interesting. How about some kind of visual goal to chart how you're doing, perhaps, or do it by percentage of the total word count? Yeah, maybe. I don't know, because I'm trying to also like cut down the words, but I'm also adding words in places. So I don't know. That might be a little confusing for my brain. Hannah says 24. All right, let's do that. Nope, wrong button. Reset. 24. I was floating around the internet as you do in the evening yesterday, just being a brain dead zombie. And I came across, what is her name? Diana Ankodinova. She won a Russian sort of like voice competition-esque type thing that I think is translated to like You Are Super. But she has this really interesting voice. She has a very deep voice that some people have described as a contralto, which is like the lowest possible female like register. I'm not like a vocal person. I don't know like the technical terms for stuff. But she has this really interesting quality to her voice, and it sounds kind of like I guess what you would call overtone singing as well. So it sounds like there's almost two notes at the same time. It's really, really funky. But so if you have a chance, she did the song Human, and she did the song, she did several songs, but she did like one that was translated to Blizzard, one that was translated to River, but it's like Rachenka. And it's apparently a story about that particular Rachenka is a story about a song. It's a folk song that an orphan bride goes to the river between the land of the living and the dead to like call her deceased mother to sort of like witness her marriage, I think is what the story of the song is about. But it's a really interesting like show and song, and with her voice, it's really kind of spectacular. So yeah, so I like went down a rabbit hole of like watching everything I could from her last night. So that was a weird sort of like side note. Register is the right word. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Avi, oh god, what's his name? Who used to be with Pentatonics can do this, where you can sort of like hear a note that's like way up here while he's actually singing like way down here. Yeah, so it's like a really funky thing, but it creates this sort of like weird reverberation, and it's so odd but so fascinating. Okay, anyway, enough of that sort of like side note, but I encourage you at some point today to like go down a rabbit hole with her if you have not already found her floating on the internet. So yay. Right. 2424 starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty, how was that? I just finished like the 12th and a half page, so 12.5 that time. So pretty good. I'm nearing the end of chapter 2. Took a few more notes, corrected my tense a couple times. But pretty good. Not so many like huge inconsistencies. Or like not huge, but no real inconsistencies that I found this time. So that's a bonus, and it's going pretty well. I'm liking the pacing in this part of the story. So I may need to go back to the first chapter and adjust some of the pacing, but the first chapter is always kind of weird because you're building the story and doing all the world buildings and whatnot. So yeah. Let's see. Myonna, finally started your story. You're excited to have written the first words. Yay, that's exciting. You also got 251 words. That's very good. Very good. And congrats on Did I break 100? Because I was sitting at 99 for about 2 days. So yay. That's exciting. Erica, 930 for you. Very, very good. Hannah, 554. Awesome. Yes, we all need a bit of what Erica is eating or drinking because that is darn impressive. Relative, 778. Nice. We also need whatever you're eating. Yes, I'm not sure. Let's peek. I have not. I think I checked earlier this morning and I was still sitting at 99, but do my channel. Hey, it does say I have 100 subscribers. Yay. There we are. Yay. Small channel milestones. Success. I'm a big YouTuber now. Not really. But that's still pretty darn cool. So Alleycat got 32 words, lunch, and has been distracted, but that's lunch is good. Erica's numbers is her 930 words is very, very nice. Yes. Debbie got 91 words outlined. Very good. I still have not filled out. I know I need a much more robust outline for the novella that I am planning to write in Camp Nano. But I just have not been able to like make myself sit down and do it. So yay. Thank you. You were just at a scene that you were excited to write. Those are the best scenes, the ones where you're just really excited and you get tapping away at the keyboard and it's super exciting. Lunch is good. What did I have? I had like a very bland stir fry. I made like ramen noodles, but I didn't do the I just used it for the noodles. And sort of marinated them in a little bit of soy sauce and added some fluffy scrambled eggs that had the rice wine vinegar meeting in it. So yeah, so not a whole lot of nutritional value, but it was tasty. So Sarah, you made a fatal error in muting the stream. Uh-oh. And you were talking to your husband. Oh no. Well, hopefully it was not a naughty conversation. And you're having a donut. Ooh, what flavored donut? Is it just the regular glazed original, or are you having a funky donut? Am I planning on doing camp? Yes. So I am planning to do camp. I have 2 projects sort of posted on Camp Nano. I want to draft the novella that I have in mind. It's going to be a romance, a smoochy romance novella. Partly, I love reading romance stories. Romance stories are fun for me because they're like light and fluffy and escapism and all that. But I have not tried writing one. So I thought I would just try with a novella first before I go like full on novel. So I've got the novella project in mind, and then I've got a sort of partial outline for Project Gray 2, which is the second of this book world that is YA fantasy, dark fantasy. So yeah. Since you mentioned camp, yes, I'm planning to do camp. Sarah is back, and no, it was not a naughty conversation. Oh, darn. Sarah, it's a chocolate sprinkle donut because you're a grown woman. Well, you know, any donut is good donut. You like, I used to love I still love every kind of donut, let's be honest. But I am more of a fan now than I used to be of just like the plain old fashioned ones that are kind of like a dense spice cake, but donut shaped. So those are my go-to recently. But yeah, I love a good like dunked in glaze and sprinkles and all of them. I love all the donuts. Everybody likes donuts. Yay! We like donuts, but you don't eat them that often. Yeah, it's a little harder, with what's going on in the world. But it is, donuts are good. Full disclosure, it's your birthday donut. Happy birthday, Sarah. I give you the gift of me not singing happy birthday to you because I cannot sing on key. So, but happy birthday. And Erica says happy birthday as well. Ayana, your favorite donut is caramel. Hannah says happy birthday as well. And so does Ayana. If I can find where there we go. So Allie is doing camp as well. It sounds fun and cool. You're planning on working multiple projects. Yeah. A story that you just started drafting, then stopped, and you might work on editing your novel and writing short stories. Yes. And Hannah says, I bloody love a donut. Your local apple cider donuts. Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds so good. I love apple cider too. So that sounds delicious. And Hannah agrees. Yes. Okay, I wish the chat would stop. There we go. Okay. There are like 2 more months till you get those. Okay, so they make them with the apples when they harvest them. Gotcha. Yeah, we can't eat them that often. Full of happy birthday wishes for you, Sarah. And have all the donuts, says Relative. Let's see. Sarah is hoping to do camp as well. You're in the middle of one big change on editing your work in progress and writing another one. And you hope that you can just be writing by camp. I hope so. And on that note, let's start another sprint so that we can get back to our editing and or reading and being productive so we can get that much closer to our being ready for camp. All right, so this will be the 3rd sprint. And how long do we want to go for this one? Do we want to do a 25-25 or 2552 or something else? What do we want to do? Bum, bum, bum. And notice I turn to y'all for all the decision making in the streams. I'm like, should I do this? Should I do that? Because I'm indecisive and I never know what I want. So 25 something sounds nice. Okay, so since we know we want a 25, but how many seconds do we want? Shall we do the 2552 to have the mirrored, what is that, palindrome? Yes, okay. Alrighty, so third sprint, 2552, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Okie dokie. How was that? There we go. Sorry, wanted to finish my little note. I got 11 pages written and a few notes on there. Yes, I'm in chapter 3 now. Deities 5 and 6. We got more names I've got to decide on. Yay. I hate names. It's okay. It's okay. Alrighty. So Myonna had to go, but wished us happy writing. Hannah left to go get tea. And yes, thank you very much. I am pleased to finally hit that that lovely little milestone. Big milestone. It's pretty big for me right now, but so hello, Drew. How are you? Let's see. Drew's asking, did I listen to the Best Emotional Music Skydance? I think I did. Trying to remember what thumbnail it had on the front, but yes, I remember I did look that up after you told me last time. Writative 524, and you made a salad. Ooh, very nice. And Erica got another 850. Holy cow. Wow. That's great. And you're almost done with the chapter. Excellent. That's great. Sarah, you have a couple of day job things to do, so that's what you've been doing during the sprints. Gotcha. Yeah, because now that the courts and whatnot are opening up, you've got more paperwork and stuff to do, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. And Writative says, Erica, you are rocking it today. You are. Drew, it's violin, and you almost started crying. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that one. Gotcha. I tend to, when I go into music, YouTube rabbit hole, I descend for hours, and then I don't know where I started. So, yeah. Alley Cat 63 and eating lunch. That's excellent. Erica says thank you. Sarah says the courts are my jam. Yeah, they hand you lots of paper, don't they? Anything legal and anything to do with minors, especially, I think. And I think I remember you talking about doing some stuff with I sort of remember from some things that you've said, but I don't want to misquote. So, but yes. So, yes, Erica is a badass. So, we're all doing great. I'm very pleased. I'm almost, okay, no, I'm not done. I'm not almost done with chapter 3. I've got probably another sprint's worth. Goodness gracious, but I am enjoying reading my story. And there are moments where I'm like, oh yeah, the pacing in this is really nice. I'm excited to read what's happening. And then there are parts where I'm like, okay, I'm going to need to fix pacing on this because this feels like an info dump. And it is an info dump, but I need to work it in to where it doesn't feel so dumpy. So yeah, need to do that. Yay. I feel like we're making a lot of progress today. Erica says, thanks, Sarah. Alrighty, so let's do another sprint. It is now 2:38. So let's see if we did so it's about 2:40. So if we did a 15, let's do a 15. I think my math is right. Math is not my greatest subject, although I did sort of calculate yesterday how many pages it would take to use up all of my pen collection. When I was, I think that was Camille's stream last night, if I'm remembering correctly. And it would take me over 51,000 pages, like handwritten pages, to actually use up the pens that I currently have. So, Drew, you finished the book you're working on, left it alone for a while, take some notes on it the other day. Lots you need to add and work on, but now you want to work on a new book, something that you think is interesting. Let's see. So is Guys the band name? Let me know in the chat. Okay, we'll go ahead and start the last sprint. So this will be sprint number 4 for the stream. 15 minutes, 15 seconds, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty, how do we do? I only got 4 pages read then, but I did find several sort of contradictory points. So I've made notes of those and how I think I would like to fix them. So how many pages does that make overall for the stream? So that is 15. 22. So that's 37 pages read and notes taken during the stream. So that's pretty nice. Pretty good. I mean, I did a few sort of like line edits as I was going. But yeah, that's pretty good. I think. I'm guessing. It's not bad. But I'm pleased that I am not finding sort of as many large problems as I thought that I might. So that's good. And, you know, being able to read your own story is fun. So let's see. Okay, so Drew, is this your the story idea that you've sort of like you've finished and you've put aside, or is this your new idea that you want to work on? But it's a story where the main character has a power that makes people appear, just random people. He's been accused of being a kidnapper. You want to do a story where he gets a princess, even though it's modern times, and the sign of royalty is different than from where she was, I'm guessing. She'll have wings and just, ooh, you want to do it, but you don't know. So is he summoning them from different time periods, or is he summoning them from like story worlds, or like is he in control of when he makes people appear or not? Is it just some sort of like unconscious, he has a tick where he summons people? Or I'm trying to figure out like what would be the mechanics of this magic world, and it's intriguing. So very neat. Interesting. I want to know more. Erica says you got 692 that time. And nice. Thank you. Nice job. That's a lot of pages to go through. It is, but I think I need to do more of this rather than just like straight editing. I need to like finish going through the whole thing and taking like general notes of things that I need to fix and making sure that I catch inconsistencies rather than focusing on line edits and commas and things. So, Performative got 280 and you finished my salad. Very nice. Very good. Alley Cat got 183 words from writing a short story. Drew Marchetti says, no, not time periods, just random people. And he will have some control later in the story. Interesting. Okay. Erica, yes, you can't wait until your story is done so you can read through it all the way. And congrats on 100 subs. Thank you. Thank you very much. It is fun. I've been sort of tracking all the progress, and it's fun. It's nice. And it's fun to have people who want to come and write with me. Or edit with me and whatnot. So it's nice to have a little bit of a writing community, a writing workshop or whatnot, especially since, you know, everything in the world, and we're not being able to go out and do meetups with our usual groups. So it's been very nice and beneficial and heartening to have everybody here. So it's been fun. So thank you. writing streams are my life force. Yes. So, and that's what I've been trying so hard not to sort of like fall off the writing wagon and try and get more just like done, because I had my year in pixels for writing. Like all the little less thans are the days that I wrote less than 1,000 words. And so like when I started live streaming, you can see it got very much more colorful. So I was finally writing more, but like the days that I'm not streaming and doing live streams myself, I've been sort of like, I can feel myself slipping and then going back to not being productive. So I need to make sure I'm joining in other people's streams too. So yeah. Erica says, I love these sprints tool. They are very, very productive. They are. I feel way better about my story and my writing when I get more done. So yes. Sarah, oh wow, I almost forgot to hit the like. Oh, thank you. Yes, please do hit the like button if you enjoyed feeling productive today. Tim says, me too. It's very refreshing to know that we are not alone in all this stuff. Drew says, you want to do writing streams, but you feel like you would seem incompetent. I feel like I'm incompetent all the time. I just felt like I kind of had to do it, but I don't. Yeah, Sarah has a good suggestion. It might be easier if you joined someone else who has been doing it. Yeah, so if you sort of want to hop on and do a collaborative stream, it might feel less like you're talking into the void. So I know Sarah knows a lot of people that have an easier time joining after joining someone else's. Yeah. Your notebook to organize your life is more. Well, so this, I had to go back and try and like backwards fill it out because I had not filled it out through March. So in April, I had to go back and figure out like which days I actually like did a decent amount of writing. And it was not at all easy. So like I didn't start really tracking things until April. So I have like just nothingness in a lot of, so I'm trying to be more organized about things, but I fail more often than not. But I am having fun now trying to make sure I come back every day and fill in like when I have achieved things. So Sarah says she keeps her stream open. Just hit you up if anyone ever wants to join. Ooh, I'm going to hit you up for that too. So yay. But yes, so Sarah is very welcoming if we want to hop on and join and be collaborative and be productive together with other people, which is awesome. Okay, so I think this is the end of our stream, and I've been having like sinus pressure in my ear. So I'm going to go and try and like, what's the hydrogen peroxide and isopropyl alcohol and like do my ear. Hopefully that will open it back up. I'm like, then I can hear out of one ear. It'd be nice. But yeah, so that and laundry and like life has to happen now. But now I feel good. I feel like I have accomplished a good bit of things and taken notes for how to fix things. So yeah, your ears have been driving you. Yeah. And I guess this is our, like, technically like the beginning of our second-ish summer here. Like we moved last year, sort of like midsummer, but we were like shuttling back and forth to the old house to fix up the old house. So I have not been at this house for like the full summer until this year, and my ears are just like, I've had this muffled feeling, and it sort of switches from one ear to the other. And it's just driving me crazy because I can't hear. And then because I can't hear, like, my balance feels off. I don't know. So I know it's like sinus pressure of some sort. So I took a like a nasal decongestant this morning, which like does not help my head with the floaty feeling. But now I've got to go, like, I've got to get this ear open because it bothers me. Anyway, sorry for complaining at the end there. But thank you so much for these sprints, y'all. And yes, I am super, super glad that we were productive. And please do not forget, I have the links for some resources for educating and donating and whatnot for Black Lives Matter in the description. Please help where you can. Please make sure that if you can vote, you are voting. And making a difference to make the world a better place for everybody. Alrighty, so I will end on that political message. And I will see y'all maybe, so when's my next stream? Sunday 2 p.m. So bye, and thank you so much for joining me.